Now we look at intonation and what that means. Intonation is the way you use tonal variations when you want to use language, when you're using language, or when you're in a conversation with someone. So let's consider the first structure. Priya, please meet Sadik. So you're not going to say, utter it as Priya, please meet Sadik. This is monotone, right? So you will say, Priya, please meet Sadik. Or Priya, have you met Sadik? So now if you see, and then if I look at the third, if I had to consider the third structure, I'd like you to meet Dr. Sahai, right? So when I say I'd like you to meet Dr. Sahai, and when I say have you met Sadik, the tonal variation is different. When I say have you met Sadik, it's a rising tone. Sadik, it rises, and when I say nice to meet you, so it's a falling tone. So that's intonation. So you use intonation which is appropriate to the structure, right? And then you pause at times. So after Priya, there's a comma. So you'll obviously say, Priya, please meet Sadik. Hmm? Or when you say, let's look at the third structure, I'd like you to meet Dr. Sahai, who's the principal of my college. Or I'd like you to meet Dr. Sahai, who's the principal of my college. So till Dr. Sahai, it will be rising and then the intonation will come down. So this is what intonation is all about. If you look at the last expression, it says finally. So you don't say finally, you know, you have to say finally. Okay, finally we have met. So there has to be, it has to do justice to the exclamation mark. So this is how you use intonation, and intonation conveys how you feel about that person, how warm you are, how cordial you are, or how distanced and uh, you know uh, kind of cold you are. So if you are not too interested in a conversation, you can make it apparent through your intonation. So you can say, pleased to meet you, Sadik. So you're actually using the same line, but through your intonation, you're showing that you're actually not pleased to meet that person at all. I mean, you're not interested in the conversation, in other words, right? Or else you'll say, pleased to meet you, Sadik, right? So these are the differences. And even when you say, finally, so happy to meet you, right? So there are two ways, there are so many ways of saying it. So you can say, finally, so happy to meet you. Finally, so happy to meet you. So you're clearly not happy. So, but you're saying that you're happy to meet that person out of formality because you are adhering to the formality, to the rules of formal speech, to the rules of polite speech. That you're making it very clear through your intonation that you intend to convey otherwise. So that is how intonation becomes even more important than language, right? Because words can belie, words can deceive, but intonation will not.